There was a time where, when I was small, I couldn't speak properly. I stuttered. And back in the day, there were no speech therapists back in those days. And so I remember coming home from school one time with a note from the teacher, and I was so pleased I couldn't wait for my mum to read what the note said. And she says, "Mrs. Anderson, we can't help your son because of his speech problems. So until such time as his speech improves, we probably can't take him at school anymore." So I didn't go to school. But what my mum did was she was inspired to arise every morning at 6 o'clock with the whole family, and we would all read the Book of Mormon out loud. And when it came to my turn, my sisters would say, "Mum, it takes too long. He can't read properly." No, she was absolutely strong about me saying my piece verbally. Well, it was interesting. Months down the track, my speech improved. And because I wasn't back at school, I went back after 12 months. And the teacher said, "Oh, you again?" And I says, "Yep." I says, "Well, you need to go back to the class that you're in so that you can advance like everyone else." And it was interesting because of my improvement in reading, I was a lot quicker. And I advanced from that class to a higher grade. Then I met up with the class that I had been years previously. And then by the end of that year, I had skipped that class too. And so, as I mentioned before, I put that down to my mother's persistence in reading out loud the scriptures, because that was the only way she knew that I could improve my reading and my education. So I think it's because of the spirit of the reading and the way the Lord helps us, not just spiritually, but in our case, physically as well. I'm grateful for this opportunity to bear my testimony of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's been a strong foundation in my life that I had been taught by my parents, who were strong in the church. And I didn't realize how important it was until all of a sudden I was growing up and left home and realized the simple principles like prayer were so important. And I remember the first night away from home, I thought to myself, yes, I can just sit back and relax. But no, after a while, I discovered myself on my knees praying. So I'm grateful and thankful for those basic foundation principles of the gospel that I was taught in the home, and it has carried me throughout my life right up to this stage.